Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video, I'm going to have a look at 5 altcoins that I think have huge potential for the next bull cycle. And I will potentially be looking to accumulate some, if not all, of these projects as we kind of get to those lower lows that we're expecting on the channel. So if you enjoy this sort of content and you want to support the channel, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. And don't forget to jump in our Discord. Link is in the description of the videos. Absolutely free to join. Over 4,000 people talking about crypto 24/7, supporting one another, navigate the space safely. Definitely worth jumping in. Nothing to lose. Right, let's get down to the desktop. Okay, so we're going to start with a market update and have a look at the market on CoinMarketCap. The total market cap of all crypto is down 1.30% at the time of recording at $1.13 trillion. Bitcoin currently sat at basically $23,500, down 2% for the 7 days and 1.78% in the last 24 hours. Ethereum at 1,839.42, down 2.73 in the last 24 hours, but up over 7 days at 0.5%. So look, it's a volatile market at the moment, and it's interesting. I've called out the stuff in China that I think is going to be the catalyst for a lot of downward motion in a lot of the financial markets. So it'll be interesting to see whether that comes to fruition. And don't say that you haven't been warned. We're just putting it out there. These are things that are haven't been in the media and are starting to get a little bit more coverage now. So what do I know? Anyway, let's move on. Let's have a look at these 5 projects. Before we get into them, I do need to remind you that I'm not a financial advisor. This should be treated as educational purposes only. I'm not going to sort of go into what these projects are and what they do in a lot of detail. However, with that said, I have done some more detailed write-up reviews for our Patreon members. There is one on each and every one of these projects that I'm going to cover, so you can actually find out how they work and all that sort of stuff, and it'll really support you with going away and doing your own research, which is what I am encouraging you to do. For our Patreon members, I have also done write-ups and stuff on how to actually go away and do your own research, because it's all well and good YouTubers saying to do your research, but what does that actually mean and what is entailed in doing your own research? So definitely worth checking out the Patreon membership if that is of interest to you. Right, let's get into these projects. I'm not encouraging you to buy any of these or FOMO in. What I am encouraging you to do is go away, do some research on these projects and see if they resonate with you, and then you can make your own financial decision, or you can go seek support from your own financial advisor if you have one. If not, you can go get one, right? But I am not that. So yeah, just put that out there for you, not as a disclaimer. I just want to be really clear. So let's get into these projects. I have talked about all of these before, but we talk about them more in our Discord, so check it out. So the first one is Flow, and this is a really interesting project, and I'm going to put it in the bucket of Web3 and Web3, can't get my words out. Web3 is going to be a sector that we think is going to do really well. You'll see this echoed across various different influencers. Everybody in crypto is looking for that next sector that's going to skyrocket, like metaverse and play to earn and walk to earn, and all these other sort of sectors really blossomed. Everyone's looking for that next sector, and nobody really knows what that sector is going to be. I've called out a few, like cybersecurity, for example, with all the hacks. That seems like a no-brainer to me. Web3 with infrastructure, again, seems like a no-brainer. So I see a lot of people gravitating towards this one, but it's difficult to find the gems amongst the rough in these different sectors. I think Flow is definitely one of those in the Web3 sector, and I think is going to do really well. So it's one to definitely go away and do some research, and some really interesting NFT projects that have utilized this particular ecosystem. Again, I think this is you know, a good number of wallets, 11 million active projects, over 1,000. It's growing. It's also really green and energy efficient. It's actually cheaper than I think they said, you know, sending or doing a Google search, for example, uses more energy. So I think that's something to take into consideration these days with the agenda that is really just there. This is an agenda. I don't think it's really about the environment. It's really about the agenda of like the people in power. But yeah, look, getting a little bit political here, I think this is a fantastic project that's definitely worth, you know, spending the time to do some research on. Now, I have done a write-up, a very detailed write-up on this project for Patreon members, so do check it out if that is of interest. It's ranked 29th by market cap. The ticker is FLOW. It's down 5.11% at the time of recording at $2.56. Again, pretty decent tokenomics by the looks of it. But, you know, again, you have to go look at the tokenomics, make sure that you've got a good understanding of vesting periods and all that sort of stuff. You can get this one on Binance, Gate.io, KuCoin, Kraken, the usual sort of places. Really like this project. Again, you know, it's difficult for Nick and myself. We'd love to put out videos, you know, labeling it all up FLOW and some of these other projects, but they just won't get views. The algorithm doesn't really support it. So for us, we have to kind of label and bucket them up into these types of videos until the projects actually get real traction or are in a bull run. So, you know, look, keep an eye out for projects where we're bundling altcoins together if you're interested in ones that we believe have huge potential. Moving on, and this one is Findora. This is a layer 2 project, again scaling Ethereum. I really like what they're doing. It's a bit groundbreaking. It's again a really early stage, high risk, high reward play for this one. Definitely worth going and doing some research on this one. There are many of the core Harmony team that have moved from Harmony over to this particular project, so I know the team's a strong one based on that. So I do think this one's going to do really well. And, you know, layer 2s again are a sector within the crypto space that again I think are going to do really well. There's a lot of misunderstanding and misinformation being spread around Ethereum and what the upgrades are actually going to give them and what that's actually going to do. So I do kind of expect a pullback in the price for Ethereum once the upgrade has been completed. With that said, I do think that it will bounce back to the upside and it'll do really well, right? I think this is a sell the news event. It's, you know, being PR'd to be something that it's not. When people realize it's going to scale back, and then that's when you know, it would be a good time to get into Ethereum. But, you know, there's definitely going to be a requirement and a need for layer 2 projects, and I like the fact that they've got a little bit to do with privacy on this one, so definitely worth checking it out. I'm not big on privacy per se, but because of regulations, but I really do like what they're doing here on this particular project, so definitely check it out. It's up 3.98% at the time of recording at 0.00751. Ticker is FRA. It's ranked 3,327th by market cap, and if we go down, you can get it on Gate.io, KuCoin, to list a few exchanges for you. So yeah, let me know what you think on this project. Really interested to get your views and opinions. Kind of feels like when we found Matic, kind of feels like when we found Harmony. I really do like this project. We have a fantastic track record of pulling out projects like this that go on to do really well in the next bull cycle. So keep an eye on Findora. Okay, moving on, and we've got Optimism. Again, this is a layer 2. You know, there's a bit of a theme going here. Layer 2 blockchain. Again, lightning fast, scaling for Ethereum. Definitely worth going and taking a look at this project. Again, I've done a write-up on all of these projects for Patreon members, where it, you know, goes a little bit deeper than what we're doing in this video. Well, a lot deeper than we're going in this video. So definitely worth, you know, encompassing that as part of your research before going to make any investments in these projects. Again, it's down 7.47% at $1.35 at the time of recording, ranked 111th by market cap. Definitely worth going and having a look at this project, in my opinion. Nice little pullback. You can buy this on Binance, Gate.io, KuCoin, Coinbase exchange, just to list a few exchanges for you. Again, let me know what your thoughts and opinions are in the comments below. Really like this project. Moving on, we've got Casper. Lots of people calling out that we don't really talk about this one that much. It's a proof of stake blockchain. Again, really like this one. Done a pretty good write-up on this one for you to go read through if you're a Patreon member. Again, like this project. Very, very different compared to some of the other projects that we just talked about. But yeah, one to definitely dig into and take a look at. I think you will not be disappointed with this particular project. Ranked 146th by market cap. The ticker is CSPR. It's down 8.29% at the time of recording at 0.03393. And again, just be conscious of the circulation and any vesting periods. You can buy this one on KuCoin and Gate.io. Again, really like this project. Go away, do some research on it. And then we'll move on to the fifth and the final project, which is Singularity Dao. This one we do give a little bit more airtime. Really do like this project. It's AI managing your portfolio. Basically, they do this in the form of a dynasset. It's outperformed hedge funds so far, only using one trading strategy. They're looking to upgrade to include other strategies, which I'm led to believe means that they're going to outperform hedge funds by a much wider margin. And when that happens, I believe that a lot of family offices, hedge funds, and financial companies are going to start to utilize this technology, because what the hedge funds and the trading companies are currently using is outdated, and this is going to outperform it. So I think this is an absolute gem of a project. Very, very big potential. And at the moment, it's an absolute still price, in my opinion, at 0.4238, down 9.08% at the time of recording. The ticker is SDAO. It's ranked 671st by market cap. And if we go down to where you can purchase it on Gate.io, KuCoin and Uniswap. Really like this project. Solid team, solid tech, and it's in that artificial intelligence and machine learning sector that I think is going to be monstrous. This is the one sector for me that all the influencers are completely missing. I think that it's a longer play, but I do think that this sector, and I think there's only going to be a few projects that do well out of this sector, but those projects are going to do remarkably well. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on the 5 projects that I've highlighted. I think these all have the potential to do a 100x, possibly in the next bull cycle. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are of these projects. Don't get me wrong, they're much higher risk than investing in something like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, but we're here to make money. I'm not suggesting that everybody FOMOs into these projects, but it's definitely worth doing your research on these ones and seeing whether they resonate with you, and seeing if you want to put a portion of your portfolio into one of these projects. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are in the comments below. Jump in our Discord, have more meaningful conversations with us, and I'll catch you in the next video. If you enjoyed this particular video, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tap in that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.